Imagine waking up one morning, walking to your neighbor's compound to borrow fire for your cooking, and finding nothing. No voices, no laughter of children, no smell of morning soup. The fire is still burning. The palm wine is still fresh in the calabash. The clothes are still hanging on the line. But the people are gone. Every single one of them. Vanished, without a single footprint to follow. This is not a movie. This is not a dream. This is the story of Araromi-Oke, the Yoruba village that disappeared in 1957 and has never been explained. In the southwestern part of Nigeria, among the rolling hills and ancient farmlands that stretch between what we now call Oyo, Osun, and Ekiti states, there once sat a quiet farming community called Araromi-Oke. Araromi, a name that carries weight in Yoruba tongue. Oke, meaning the hill. So Araromi of the hill. The people there were farmers and hunters. Simple, hard-working people. Their lives followed the rhythm of the land. Planting seasons, market days, festivals to honor the gods. They were not remarkable to the outside world. No famous king, no great war, no special trade. They were just people, living, until one day in 1957, they were not. The neighboring villagers noticed it first. There was a day, no one remembers the exact date, when the usual sounds from Araromi-Oke simply stopped. No morning prayers, no children's voices carrying on the wind, no smoke rising from cooking fires at dawn. So they went to check. What they found has haunted Yoruba oral history for almost 70 years. The village was intact, every hut still standing, every pot in its place. The community square, empty. The pathways, deserted. Food was still on the fire, still cooking, as if someone had just stepped away for a moment. Palm wine, freshly tapped, still sitting in calabashes on the ground. A lone goat wandered the square, confused, bleating into the silence. And the people, gone. No bodies, no blood, no signs of war or attack, no footprints leading out of the village in any direction, just absence. A village-shaped hole where a community used to breathe. Now, what happened to them? The elders have 3 answers, and none of them are comfortable. The first, and the one whispered most in the dark, is the wrath of Ogun. Ogun, the Orisha of iron, of war, of the hunt. One of the most powerful and most feared deities in Yoruba cosmology. He is not a god who forgives easily. He is not a god who warns twice. Some elders say the people of Araromi-Oke broke a sacred covenant with Ogun. Perhaps they neglected his shrine. Perhaps they violated a taboo of the land, hunted in a forbidden forest, spilled blood on sacred ground, or disrespected his iron. And Ogun, in the way of the Orishas, did not argue, did not debate, did not send a warning. He simply took them, swallowed the entire village in one divine act of judgment, not as punishment to make them suffer, but as punishment to make them disappear, as though they had never existed at all. The second theory is older, quieter, in some ways more unsettling. In Yoruba cosmology, land is not passive. The earth is alive. The earth remembers. The earth can give, and the earth can take back. Some elders believe that Araromi-Oke was built on forbidden ground, land that had been consecrated, set apart for the spirits, not for human settlement, land that belonged to forces older than memory. For years, perhaps, those forces were patient, watching, waiting. And then, in 1957, their patience ended. Not with fire, not with flood, not with disease. The earth simply opened in the way that only the spirit world can, invisibly, silently, and pulled its people back into itself, back into the ground from which all things come, back into the darkness from which all life is borrowed. Now, there are those who prefer a different kind of answer. Historians and skeptics point out that 1957 was a turbulent time in Nigeria, Independence was just 3 years away. Colonial authority was shifting. Economic hardship was real. Political pressure was mounting. Perhaps, they say, the people of Araromi-Oke simply left, migrated to a larger town, merged with another community, moved for survival. It is a reasonable theory, except for one thing. The British colonial administration of that era kept meticulous records. They documented even the smallest village relocations, every movement of people, every abandoned settlement. These archives survive to this day, and in all of those records, not a single file, not a single line, not one mention of Araromi-Oke or its people going anywhere. If they migrated, where did they go? If they left, why did no neighboring community receive them? If they ran, why did they leave the food still on the fire? Now, I must be honest with you, because this channel will always be honest with you. Modern fact-checkers have searched for Araromi-Oke in colonial archives, in state records, in academic research. They found nothing. No confirmed documentation, no government file, no scholar who can point to a physical location and say, this is where it happened. What exists are the stories, passed from elder to grandchild, from market to market, from generation to generation across Yoruba land for nearly 70 years. And here is what I find most fascinating. That kind of story does not survive by accident. Stories that have no truth in them, they fade. They are forgotten within a generation. But this story has not faded. It has grown, which means it is carrying something real. Maybe not a literal event, but a real truth about how our ancestors understood the sacred nature of land, the consequences of broken covenants, and the power of the forces that existed long before any of us were born. In Yoruba tradition, every story has a lesson. It is the reason stories are told, and the lesson of Araromi-Oke. Whether it happened exactly as told, or whether it is the deep memory of something our ancestors understood but could not explain, is this: the land is not yours. You are a visitor. You are a tenant. The earth was here before you. The spirits were here before you. The covenants were made before you arrived. And when we forget that, when we stop honoring what we were given, when we stop respecting the ground beneath our feet, something is lost. Sometimes the people are lost. Perhaps that is the real mystery of Araromi-Oke. Not where the people went, but what we are willing to forget until it is too late to remember. This has been Itten Tales. If this story moved something in you, share it, because stories that are not told die. Ikabo.